Yes guys, happy Saturday, how are we? It's Kenny Finds and Flips here again today. I need a haircut, let's ignore that. Got another what sold on eBay video for you today. Going through my sales from the last 2 weeks. I think it's sort of end of May, start of June time, so it's a week behind. But yeah, jump straight into it, let you see what sold on eBay, give you a good idea of what you should be picking up and what you should be avoiding. Right guys, so we have about 37 items to go through today, which isn't too bad over a 2 week period, I don't think, especially when I'm just doing it part time. It's all extra money in the bank at the end of the day. So as I say, this is from the 20th of May through to the 2nd of June. So we're about a week behind in terms of getting these videos out and stuff like that, which isn't too bad. Things are starting to pick up, been listing a lot more recently, and with that I've been seeing increased sales. Been trying to find more high value items as well, so profits a bit higher, but at the same time I'm trying to get rid of the lower stuff, so I'm taking less profits on that, so the average sort of sale profits is remaining roughly the same. But yeah, we'll jump straight in. First up are these Levi 501 shorts. So these were bought back in June 2023, so had them pretty much a year. They were bought for £5.04 and they sold for £15.75, giving a profit of £5.10 after fees and delivery. So yeah, not the best one. Hung about a little bit longer than it should have. Bought it in summer, thought it was going to go in summer. It didn't go in summer, it went in the next summer, but we're alright. Next up is this cool funky manuscript tie by a brand called Allen, I think that's how you say it, neckwear. Yeah, ties, I quite like listing ties. They're simple to list, they're easy to store, they don't take up much room, they cost less to post. But not all ties command high value. Like this didn't command that high of a value. It was bought for £1.10 out of a vintage bundle, and it sold for £16, giving a profit of £18.95. Bought it on the 11th of May, but yeah, when it's something simple as this and you just put it in a little bag and you can send it as a large letter as well, I don't mind. It literally takes up no space whatsoever. Next is this bundle of PC Doherty books, medieval mystery books. These were bought off of a Vinted bundle again. I think I bought a massive pile of books off one seller on Vinted. Anyway, the cost price for this was around £2.43 and it was bought at the start of May, so it didn't hang about too long. It sold for £16. No, sorry, it sold for £22, giving a profit of £10.06 after fees and delivery. All Saints shirt, I've said it before, All Saints shirt, some All Saints does well, some doesn't, it just depends. It does tell you the model name on the garment as well, so it's always good to check them. It says just there, Meta. So it's always good to check the label and then do a quick comp, because some of them are worth like a tenner, but some of them are worth decent money. Anyway, this was bought for £3.49 on the 18th of May and it sold for £18, giving £8.57 after fees and delivery. Next up are these Mayors Perth chinos. I was a bit annoyed by this, to be fair. I think I had two pairs that were the same. One was a 40 waist and one was a 44 waist, I think. Anyway, bought these. They were brand new with tags and then took them home. I should have done my checks beforehand. Took them home and they were all marked. Both pairs were marked on the bottom, which wasn't great. That reduced the value obviously, so these were bought for £6, they sold for £20, giving a profit of £6.80 after fees and delivery, which yeah, not great. Especially not great for something brand new with tags. True Religion jeans, £2.99 cost price on these. These were bought on the 4th of May. They were in one of the videos that I done, the charity shop hauls. Anyway, £34.99 sold on this one, and that gave a profit of £23.57, which is very, very good. That's the sort of numbers that you want to be looking for clothing. £23 profit, ideal, didn't hang about long at all. Next up are these Diesel jeans, Diesel Wakey jeans. Paid up for these, but I knew the Wakey jeans, they sell really well. So these were bought for a tenner on the 28th of April. They sold for £31.50, so after fees and delivery that's £13.57 profit, so that's decent. These Rohan trousers, so the first Rohan of the video, you know how much I love my Rohan. These sold for a little bit less, to be fair, purely because they didn't have the model name or anything like that, so I wasn't actually too sure what they were or what they were made of and stuff like that, so I just listed them a bit cheaper. Anyway, these came out of a bundle, so £5.54, it's 5.535 cost price in March, and they sold for £16.99, giving £4.60 profit. If I knew the model name, if I knew the material and stuff like that, they would have got more, but yeah, can't really say what it is, so just sold them cheap. Paul & Shark Chino shorts. Paul & Shark's a really, really good brand to be on the lookout for. These cost £5. They sold for £24.15, giving £15.76 profit. Unfortunately, though, they did get returned because they were too small for the buyer. Fair enough, it happens. I'm not going to complain about that. They'll sell again for similar value, and then it'll still have okay profit on them. So this Ping polo shirt, golf polo shirt, it was bought for £2.99 in the 27th of April. It sold for £13.99, giving £5.32 profit. Not amazing. These Hugo Boss Alabama chinos. Says the cost price on these were £0. I'm not too sure why they would be £0. I can't remember how these were £0. Maybe they were in a bundle of a Vinted, of a whatnot or something like that, and then they chucked them in for free. Anyway, cost prices, these are £0 apparently. They were bought in April, they sold for £20, so £13.76 profit on those. Polo Ralph Lauren cardigan, £10.60 cost price on this one. It was bought on Whatnot. I do remember buying this actually on the 17th of May. £22.50 it sold for it, giving £5.28 profit, which is not great at all. Thought it was maybe going to do better than it was. Specifically, it was a 2XL, so yeah, not ideal. Command and Conquer PS1 game. Now, I paid more money than I normally would for video games. £8 this cost me, but it sold for £20, and it gave £6.24 profit. These APC jeans, now these actually got returned as well, and it was 100% my fault. It was probably one of the only items not as described that I get that was actually my fault and was actually, you know, a genuine item not as described. I put these down as salvage jeans. They weren't. To be fair, I've sold APC jeans before, and pretty much every single pair I get are salvage. And I said to the buyer, I was like, look, I'm really sorry, that's 100% my fault. And he was like, look, I buy a lot of APC jeans, and I've never seen a pair that are not salvage either, so don't worry about it. Which is good, because obviously he could have went the other way and been like, oh, you're a scammer and all this. Which I'm not. I made a genuine mistake. Anyway, £7.95 cost price on these. These were bought in April. They would have gave a profit of £9.19, but they have been returned. They have actually sold again, so it'll be in the next video. I removed the salvage and all of that, and they sold again, which is good. These Meyer trousers again, £3.99 cost price on these, £14.99 sale price, giving a profit of £5.50. Again, me being an idiot when I'm picking these things up, not checking properly. Both the back pockets, the buttons in the back pockets were missing, so lowered the price on them, got them gone. This North Face high vent jacket, this was a decent one. It came out of a Boom wholesale sack that I got in February, sold for $34.99, so $26.56 profit. Then you need to deduct the cost of goods from the Boom sack, which I can never really be bothered working out the average cost per good. Let's say a £5, so let's say £20 roughly profit. Fred Perry shirt. It was bought for £3.49 in February. It sold for £12. It gave a profit of £3.44. That's not amazing. This Reese jumper, this was also returned. I'm getting a decent amount of returns at the moment, which is quite annoying. However, sales have also increased, so it's kind of to be expected that you're going to get more returns. This was returned because he didn't like it. Fair enough. It's annoying. It is what it is. This was bought for 99p. In August it sold for £12, so again it would have gave £5.94 profit. All of that profit's wiped away with the return label because I do offer 3 returns. Is what it is. But I've said it before, I'd much rather get the item back. Some people, when it's under a certain amount, just refund the buyer, but no, I'd rather get the product back even if I'm going to make a loss on it. Just out of principle. Galvin green trousers. Now I bought a heap of these off of someone on Vinted, I think 5 pairs, 6 pairs roughly. So cost price on this was £7.98. They were bought on the 26th of May, so didn't hang about long at all. £27.99 these sold for, giving £11.91 profit. So if I'm making £11.91 profit on every single item in that bundle, that's a little bit more than £50 off of one purchase, which is ideal. These diesel Tepper jeans, these were bought for £7 on the 18th of May. They sold for £34.99, so full asking price there, giving £17.88 profit. So again, decent returns on these. These will do very, very well. This Aqua Scrutum polo shirt, this was thrown in from a Whatnot bundle that I bought. I think it is potentially on one of the unboxing videos on my channel if you want to give that a watch. So cost price on this was £0. Obviously I had to pay money to get stock to get this. Anyway, it sold for £27, giving £18.77 profit. Rohan again, Grand Tour chinos, £6.24 cost price on this, bought on the 18th of May, £28.49 selling cost, £13.74 profit. So again, decent. Gant jumper. Don't know why I bought it, it's not very nice. £5 cost price, sold for £18, given £7.06 profit, and it was bought at the end of April. This Levi's jacket, this was hanging about for ages, so I bought this in October. The photo is terrible. Why did I upload this? I'm really focusing on better photos and stuff at the moment. I'm struggling with sort of black items. I need to get ring lights or something like this, but I'm very, very limited for space, so don't come at me. I'm well aware that's a terrible photo. Anyway, £8 cost price, sold for £21.37, given £5.66 profit. Let's Take That t-shirt. It sold the very next day, the same day that I listed it. It was bought for £2 on the 28th of May, and it sold for £18.99, given £10.67 profit, which is decent. So a Take That fan has now got a brand new t-shirt. Well, not brand new, but these Nike shoes. Now, I made a boo-boo. I don't do it often. I think this is only the second time that I've ever done it. So I store my shoes in the cupboard, and I elastic band them together so they're paired. Anyway, just so happened 2 pairs had came out of the elastic band, and both of these pairs that came out of the elastic band were both white size 4 Nikes. Must have been first thing in the morning before I went to work, and I sold them. I sent the 2 wrong shoes, which is very, very annoying. I'm going to put a photo here of what they sent. It happens. The buyer was fine with it. They said, look, you've sent me 2 different shoes, what are you going to do about it? And I just said that the other pair of shoes, they weren't in great nick, to be fair. I only had them up for like £15 or something like that. So I was like, you know what, keep that, I'll send you out the partner. So they essentially got 2 pairs of shoes for the price of 1, which you need to do these making mistakes happen, okay? Everyone does it. It's how you deal with these mistakes and how you treat your customer which is going to matter, which is going to change from a negative feedback to potentially a positive feedback. So I've actually received no feedback on this, which is fine, but if I didn't sort this out in a proper way, there is a potential that I got a negative feedback. So she was willing to send it back. I said no, don't worry. So that's another postage label that I need to pay for a £15 pair of shoes. I was like, keep it, I'll get these sent out to you. So track 24, next day she had her shoes, everyone's happy. Anyway, These were bought for £8.44. They sold for £22.22, giving £5.61 profit. However, as I say, that's wiped out because I had to send out the other pair of shoes. It is what it is. It happens. Mistakes happen. Don't let it get you down. Just deal with it properly. This Levi's t-shirt. Don't know what I was thinking. £4.90 I bought this for. I think actually, I don't actually know why I spent that much money on it. That was stupid. Anyway, £10.50 it sold for, giving 75 pence profit. I bought this back in October. I think I maybe bought it for myself because I went on holiday in October. So I would have maybe bought it for myself for a holiday and it didn't fit, so I donated it to the business. I don't know. Plant Powered Beauty. A book, 25 pence, sold for £9.77, giving £5.02 profit. Decent enough for a book. I've said it before. You just scan the ISBN, take a few photos, and that's you good to go. Kabichi polo shirt, 5XL, brand new with tag, £7.19 cost price on this one. Sold for £25.19, giving £9.92 profit. Okay, not bad. This Ajax shirt, this is very, very nice to be fair. It's a shame it's not my size, because I would have probably kept it for myself. It's got a nice little, it's got like Amsterdam landmarks, I'd imagine they are in the background. Anyway, really nice. £4.22 this cost me, and it sold for £44.50. This was there was delivery charged on that, so it must have been £40 offer and then £4.50 delivery. So £30.52 profit on that, so that is very, very good. This Marmot jacket, it was bought for £4.22, it sold for £21.37. It gave £10.27 profit. Rohan Troggins, another pair of Rohans, brand new with tags, these ones, so I bought a massive bundle of brand new with tags Rohans off the seller on Vinted. I think I maybe mentioned it in the last video. So these were bought on the 2nd of May. Cost price on these were £14.44. They sold for £43, giving £18.94 profit. Edwin chinos, thought I was going to do a lot better on these than I actually did. The chinos don't do as well as the jeans, which I discovered, which is fine. It's all a learning curve, and I still made profit on it. Anyway, £6.87 cost price on these, bought in January. £20 they sold for, giving £5.69 profit. Diesel Macro Will. Now this is the start. This must be, I'm now running a sale at the moment because I do have a lot of jeans, so 25% off jeans at the moment. So these sold less than obviously what I was hoping for. If you saw in the last video as well, I had 2 pairs of these, and this is the second pair. So £6.85 cost price roughly, so 6.845 because it was bought in a bundle. On the 7th of April, they sold for £24.93, giving £10.21, well, 10.215 profit. So still decent, still within the £10 that I'm aiming for profit per item. But in the next video you'll see there's a few jean sales that aren't quite hitting those metrics, but as I say, I'm all about getting stock out at the moment, getting it reinvested into better high quality items. Levi 501s, these were out of a Boom wholesale box that I bought in March, so they sold for £22, so £15.46 on these, minus your £5 on average cost of goods, so a tenner there as well. Degree 7 ski jacket, it was bought on Whatnot, £7.20 on the 24th of May, didn't hang about long at all, really nice funky patterns, sold for £22.50, so full asking price on that, giving £8.14 profit. And then the final sale, a G-Star jacket. G-Star does well for me, to be fair. A lot of it goes abroad, the US, Canada, that sort of thing. This was the domestic sale. £5.20 cost price on this, given it was bought on the 24th of May. £16.01 profit after fees and delivery. It sold for £30, so that's a good one as well. So yeah, 37 items over the 2-week period, as I say. So it gave a total profit of £400 and 45 pence, which is decent. That'll get reinvested, a lot of it, and then there's other expenses that you need to account for, your taxes and bags and all of this stuff. But if I was to not buy anything during that 2-week period and there wasn't any other expenses, £400 profit is what I would have made. So that gives an average profit of £10 and 83 pence, which is better than the last 2-week period because it was sitting about 9. So that's sort of where I want to be. If I can get that higher, that's ideal. If I can get that £15–20, you're laughing. But £10 profit per item is ideal for me. Doing it part time, you sell 20 items a week, it's £200 profit. That's £800 profit a month on top of your part time wage. Who's going to turn that up? Not many people. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you did enjoy that video, please consider subscribing, hit me a thumbs up. I know not everybody enjoys watching what's sold, they prefer the charity shop videos, prefer people going out and bartering and stuff like that. But I've said before, I think these videos are really important so you actually get an idea of what sells and what sort of money you can get for things, because just seeing what I picked up, you've no idea if that sells or not. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you did enjoy it. I will see you on the next one. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys, bye bye.